Hi there, and welcome to Understanding the Stock Market. Yeah, how to understand Meta. How is it possible that Meta has gone from almost $350 at the beginning of this year? I'm talking about the stock price, yes. And today it's November 5th, and the price is at $90. 90, almost just a quarter left of the value of the company since the year started, this year 2022. How is this possible? Well, Meta has um, well um, some troubles, but not that big troubles, I think. But the revenue and the profit, mm, they are they are not increasing anymore. And why is that? and and is it reasonable? Maybe it's called that. Is it reasonable that the stock price has fallen with almost 75% this year? Is that mm, is that really something to how should I put that? It's not easy to understand if I put it like that. Um, well, revenue, as I said, and profits are almost at the same level as last year, roughly. And previous years it hasn't been like that. Both the revenue and the profits increased a lot from one year to another. And this year it's not looking like that. And what's the reason? Well, we're going into a recession, or we are in a recession. Companies that advertise on social media doesn't do that as much as last year, and that is a big problem for many social media platforms owners like Meta, who owns Facebook and Instagram, for example. Um, but is it a long-term problem? If you have watched my previous videos, I often talk about short-term and long-term, and in short-term perspective, that's a problem, of course. But if you are an investor that have a long-term perspective on your investments, is this a problem or a possibility that the stock price of Meta is $90 right now? It's a real historic low valued company right now, Meta, compared to how it was before. We have to go back to June of 2015 to find the stock price at these levels. I don't think that is the right price for Meta at the moment. Well, at the moment maybe, but I think if you have a long-term perspective, as I have, then the advertising market, the digital advertising market will return to social media platforms and I think it will grow in the future. So this is just a short term of lower growth or no growth at all. But it will return. I'm sure of that. At least. And that's why I'm buying Meta right now. I think $90 for Meta. I don't know if if we are at the lowest level, maybe it will fall even more before it turns up again. But I think that $90 in a long-term perspective, and what is a long-term perspective? Well, in my mind it is 2, 3, 4, 5 years, something like that, or even longer, of course, but at least 2 or 3 years. And if you look at Meta and the stock price of $90 in a 2 or 3 years time ahead, or more than that, I think $90 will look very cheap when we look back to the autumn of 2022. That's my opinion, of course. You have to have your own opinion of that. But that's my opinion. I think social media and digital advertising on social media will return and will still keep on growing in the future when we have gone through this recession as we just got ourselves into. If you have a long-term perspective, I think this is a possibility to buy a stock at a lower price. $90, I think it's very cheap. And I think there are very good opportunities for this stock to increase a lot in the next few years from this level of $90. It's Facebook, of course, it's Instagram, it's Messenger, and it's of course the big project of Metaverse. We don't know what that will bring. Meta has announced that it will cost money even in the next year, 2023, but maybe it will be something real good after that. We have to wait and see. But I think even if we don't think about just Metaverse, I think like this about Metaverse. Either it will be something good and that Meta will make profit of it, or Meta will see that it's not profitable and will cut the costs of that project. Either way, Meta's profits will increase in a few years ahead from now, in maybe 2024, 2025 or something like that. And usually the stock price begin to increase a lot earlier than the profit of the company increases. So it's maybe you can wait to buy the stock, but it's a gamble. I think it's very cheap right now, and I have no trouble buying it right now. I can wait for several years for it to increase. But often the stock prices increases earlier than you think. So I won't wait. I buy it right now. And then I wait. And I think it will make me a lot of money. Well, we have to see about wait and see about that, of course, but I'm pretty sure about that. 2-3 years or more from now on, I think the stock price will be a lot higher than it is right now. I think as I said, the advertising business on social media platforms will return, and return. The growth will return, and it will keep on growing, because I think the future of advertising is in social media, and Meta has Instagram and Facebook. They will be big social media platforms for a long time ahead. Well, there is some competition, of course, out there from other social media platforms. But for people in my age, around the 50s, I think Facebook and Instagram will be the main social media platforms for a long time forward. So I don't think there is a problem with that. I think even if there are new social media platforms that advertisers are going to use, I think there are still a lot of advertising business left for Facebook and Instagram as well. So I think the Meta stock is to buy, and that's what I have done a lot. Now I lean back and wait to earn some money on it. Well, I will of course talk more about this in upcoming videos, and I will tell you how it all went, of course. But Meta is real cheap right now, in my view. Thanks for watching. See you in another video, I hope. Bye for now.